What is up here, YouTube? Jigsaw0097 here today, bringing you another video. This one will be my Panthers at Eagles preview. So this is going into week 7, I think is what we're at now. And the Eagles, they're 3-3 right now, guys. They beat the Giants last week on Thursday Night Football. Sorry I haven't been making videos either. I know there's been lots of rumors and all sorts of reports coming out about the Eagles. I've just been really busy and I haven't been able to focus on the channel this past little while. But I'm going to try to get the ball rolling again. And so expect a lot more. I just wish Howie Roseman would do something, you know, because, I don't know, maybe the Eagles aren't going to do anything, guys. Maybe they'll just figure it out. They asked Cam Newton, actually, what he thinks about the Eagles. He says he thinks they're better this year than they were last year, which, I mean, they should be. I've looked at them. On paper, they should be better right now. We got Carson Wentz back, you know. You add people like Michael Bennett, they should be better. Losing Tim Jernigan, of course, that was huge, but anyway, yeah, I want to just get the ball rolling again with the Panthers at Eagles preview video. And you know, this is a game that the Eagles really need to win to keep going. And that's one of the videos I had that I'll probably make next week or maybe this weekend. The state of the NFC East. I think I'm gonna make it at week 8. I usually like to make something like that about the halfway point of the season. So we'll have to see where the NFC East goes. But as you guys know, the Cowboys won. I think the Redskins won as well. So the NFC East had a good week without the Eagles playing. A good weekend last Sunday. And really, this division is anyone's game right now. So that's why I say the Eagles have to win to stay competitive. If they fall to 3-4, that's just really not good. Also, the Cowboys showed that the Jaguars are beatable, very beatable. So I'm looking at the Eagles, guys. They could go 5-3 over the next 2 weeks before the bye week. They could beat the Panthers, and then they could go to LA for that 7 a.m. game. It's going to be like 7 a.m. when I have to wake up for that here. It's ridiculous. I haven't woke up that early since freaking college. So, so there's going to be that, and I think there is a high possibility they go 5-3, but you know, there's also a possibility that they go 3-5. So, it's just like I said with the Eagles right now. For me, it's week to week. I really can't sit here and say they're going to win this or they're going to win that, because I don't even know if they know that. The Eagles have like hardly any identity right now, and until they figure it out, I mean, I know they beat the Giants and everyone's freaking out about this, but I've already said that it's the Giants. That really wasn't a test. That was like watching preseason to me. That was like going in and being like, we're going to beat up on these guys because we're playing their starters and they're playing their third string. That's how bad the Giants are right now. It's almost like you're playing a third string team. Eli Manning is just like, oh, so miserable right now. So miserable. And it's going to take a while for the Giants to fix it. The real tragedy is that Saquon Barkley has to endure that when, you know, he could be over here in Midnight Green scoring touchdowns every freaking week. So yeah, the Giants, you know, I'm glad they won. You know, I'm glad they blew them out too. Very impressive win. They looked like the Eagles of old. Sorry about that. But this is a bigger test, guys. Playing the Panthers is going to be a huge test for this team. And then playing the Jaguars is going to be a nice test for this team as well. So, getting into the Panthers, they're very much the same team as they were last year, talent-wise. But this year, they're kind of like the Eagles. They're a little inconsistent, you know. They'll win one week, then they'll lose the next week. So you just never know what kind of Panthers team you're going to get. So this is going to be a game that, you know, we're just going to have to watch and figure it out. It is in Philadelphia, which is good. The Eagles did tarnish their home field advantage with that loss against the Vikings 2 weeks ago, but I think that they can pick it up on this game. I'm not really going to predict a score here, guys, but I think the Eagles will win this. If I had to predict a score, I guess I could do, like, I don't know, 25-ish, around there. 25 to like 19. I'm always going to, when I always predict the win, I'm going to always say that the opposing team scores less than 20, because that seems to have been the key to the Eagles' victory all season long, is that other teams put up 20 or less. Anytime they go over that is when the Eagles lose. I mean, go back and look at the last several games. It's insane. I think the last game where that wasn't true was the Rams game last year when Carson Wentz went down. And then obviously the Super Bowl. But the Super Bowl, you know, that's craziness is what that is. I mean, heck, discount the playoffs. Yeah, that Rams game is the only one. So, even in the playoffs, hell, I think 15-10 is what they beat the... Yeah, they beat the Falcons, and then, yeah, we all know what happened to the Vikings. But, yeah, I think that's the key, guys. Hold the Panthers under 20. Keep Cam Newton in check. It's going to be really hard, though, especially with these new rules. It seems like you can't even sneeze in the quarterback's direction anymore, and Cam Newton's a running quarterback. This is what happened when we played the Titans, guys, is that we couldn't get to Mariota. They gave him roughing the passer calls, you know, and then Wentz is getting his butt kicked and they don't call it. So really, it's like the refs are why the Eagles lose a lot of these games. And I'm noticing this around the league. Just going back to last week with the Chiefs against the Patriots, there's just no defense allowed to be played anymore. This is like an offensive... It's like offense wins championships is the way that this league is wanting to go. And it's kind of stupid. Like, I don't know how long these rules will last, where teams are just going to be able to not be able to play defense. But it's really ruining the sport. It's really making football not as fun to watch anymore. And so we'll just have to see how they handle that with Cam Newton, because obviously you can hit him when he's out of the pocket, but there's going to be a lot of times where they're going to have to figure out if he's going to run or throw it every single play. It's going to be a lot like the Titans game, I think, guys. But we can win it because, you know, barring the horrendous mistakes the Eagles made in the Titans game, we would have won that game. So... Same with the Vikings game. It's like this Eagles team is not losing soundly against a better team. They're losing because they can't win. They're beating themselves. So we'll see what happens on Sunday against the Panthers, guys. But anyway, I've rambled on long enough. You know, sorry I didn't really get like super in depth to the team, but I just kind of want to give my thoughts about the Eagles and the Panthers and, you know, what they've got going on here. And we'll just have to go from there, guys. But whatever you think about this, comment down below. Do you guys think the Eagles will win, or do you think the Panthers are going to be the start of maybe a losing streak here in Philadelphia? Whatever you guys think, comment down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as I will be covering the Eagles and the NFL as I see fit. And I'm thinking about covering other topics and other sports as well, as you guys have seen with my Cleveland Indians video that I made a couple days ago. But whatever, you know, let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. But as always, I will talk to you all later. This has been Jigsaw0097. You have a good one.